The illusion of healing. We live in a world obsessed with quick fixes. Move on. Be positive. Let it go. So you smile through the heartbreak. You bury the memories. You convince yourself you're fine. Let me tell you a story. A real story, one that mirrors what many of us go through, silently, repeatedly, hoping for change while carrying a wound we pretend doesn't exist. There was a woman named Claire. From the outside, her life looked picture perfect. She had a stable job, a few close friends, and even started seeing someone who genuinely cared about her. But inside, Claire felt like she was always one step away from everything falling apart. No matter how kind people were to her, she couldn't fully trust them. Whenever someone got close, she pulled away. Whenever something good happened, she waited for it to be taken from her. Why? Because deep down, Claire still carried the weight of being abandoned by her father at 8 years old. He left without a word, and no one ever explained why. And even as an adult, a part of her still believed, if I wasn't good enough for him to stay, I won't ever be good enough for anyone. She never said it out loud, but that belief dictated everything. It kept her stuck in silent sabotage. It made her chase people who didn't value her. And it made her push away those who did. It wasn't until one day, during a breakdown in the middle of an ordinary Tuesday, that she whispered to herself, "He left. And it wasn't because of me." That moment, quiet, raw, and private, was the beginning of her healing. Not because she solved everything overnight, but because she finally accepted the wound existed. And that acceptance? That was the key. Let's just be honest for a second. You're tired. Not just physically. But mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You've been carrying something heavy for years, and pretending like it doesn't exist. But I need to tell you something today. Not to hurt you. But to free you. You'll never truly heal until you accept this: it happened. It hurt. And it changed you. No more pretending. No more sugarcoating. No more waiting for time to magically erase the pain. The hidden cost of denial. Most people don't heal because they refuse to accept that they were hurt in the first place. We minimize it. We say, "It wasn't that bad. I should be over it by now. Other people have it worse." So we go through life with a fake smile, a numb heart, and a soul that's quietly screaming for relief. And the world rewards that, doesn't it? "You're so strong," they say. But inside, you're falling apart. Here's the truth no one tells you: you can't heal what you won't even admit is broken. Pretending you're okay doesn't make you okay. It just buries the wound deeper. And buried pain doesn't disappear. It just leaks out, in your relationships, in your self-worth, in the way you trust. Or don't. Why you keep resisting? We resist acceptance because we think it's weakness. We were taught to be tough. To move on. To rise above it. But real healing doesn't come from rising above pain. It comes from walking straight through it. You're not weak for being hurt. You're human. And the moment you stop resisting that truth, you reclaim your power. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It doesn't mean you're saying what happened was okay. It means you're done letting it control you in silence. What acceptance really looks like. Acceptance is messy. It's not a peaceful moment with soft music in the background. It's a breakdown at 2 a.m. It's writing that unsent letter. It's screaming into a pillow. It's finally saying, "Yes, that thing happened. Yes, it broke something in me. But no, it does not get to define my future." You don't accept the pain because you want to, you accept it because it's the only path that leads you through it. It's in acceptance that grief finds movement. And movement is life. Stagnation is suffering. After acceptance comes awakening. Here's what no one tells you about real healing. Once you accept what happened, really, truly accept it, a shift happens. Suddenly, you stop blaming yourself. You stop needing closure from people who will never give it to you. You stop chasing apologies. You stop living in a waiting room, hoping someone will come back and make things right. Instead, you stand up. You wipe your tears. And you start building a life that's rooted in truth, not illusion. You start creating boundaries. You start choosing peace over chaos. You start loving yourself, not in spite of your past, but because you've survived it. So what now? You've acknowledged the wound. You've sat with the truth. And maybe for the first time, you're not trying to run from it. That alone is a revolution. Because we are taught to chase healing as a finish line, as if one day we wake up and the pain is gone, the past erased, the scars faded. But real healing? It doesn't look like that. It's not glamorous. It's not linear. It's not loud. It's quiet. It's slow. It's deeply personal. It's saying no to the things you used to tolerate. It's leaving the room before your soul starts shrinking again. It's answering the question, how are you? With something other than I'm fine, even when your voice trembles. It's realizing you're still tender in places you thought were healed, and choosing not to shame yourself for it. It's forgiving yourself. Not just for what you did, but for what you didn't know. For the way you stayed too long. For the way you kept quiet. For the way you survived the only way you knew how. It's choosing, again and again, to show up for yourself, even when the world doesn't. And it's finally letting go of the lie that strength means silence. Healing is not a destination, it's a relationship. You don't arrive at healing. You build a relationship with your own truth. Some days you'll feel whole. Other days you'll be flooded with grief. And both are valid. There will be moments when you feel like you're moving backward, but trust me, healing often feels like breaking before it feels like becoming. Because to become who you're meant to be, you must first let go of who you were forced to be for survival. And that's terrifying, isn't it? To drop the mask. To stop performing. To stop chasing love through self-abandonment. To finally sit with yourself, raw, real, and unfiltered. But it's also the most sacred thing you'll ever do. Because the moment you accept all of you, the broken parts, the aching parts, the healing parts, you stop living a half-life. You stop editing yourself just to be loved. You stop pretending just to be safe. You stop waiting for someone else to rescue you from your own reflection. You become your own rescue. The permission you've been waiting for. If no one ever told you this, let me be the first: you don't need to earn rest. You don't need to justify your pain. You don't need to shrink your story to make others comfortable. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. You are allowed to start over, even if no one understands why. Even if it means walking alone for a while. Even if it makes people uncomfortable. You are not here to carry the weight of your entire past in silence. You are here to heal. To grow. To remember. To rebuild. To return home, to yourself. And that journey starts the moment you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what am I going to do with it now? A new chapter. Look, this video isn't a cure. It's a mirror. It's a reminder. It's a voice saying, you are not alone. Because you're not. You're not the only one who feels like the past still lives inside your chest. You're not the only one who wakes up exhausted from dreams that don't let you go. You're not the only one who smiles in public and cries in silence. But here's the truth, your past may have shaped you, but it doesn't get to own you. Not anymore. You've already survived the hardest part, living with the wound while pretending it wasn't there. Now, you get to heal honestly. You get to live truthfully. And that's where everything changes. If this message stirred something inside you, don't ignore it. Honor it. Sit with it. Reflect on it. Act on it. And then, share it. Someone out there is carrying the same invisible weight. They need to hear this. They need to remember they're not broken, just buried under years of unprocessed pain. And if you want more of this kind of truth, this kind of soul medicine, subscribe. Because this space isn't just for content. It's for healing. For growth. For people who are done pretending. You don't have to walk this alone anymore. Welcome to the beginning. The real beginning.